Hello, hope you're doing okay. I hope that the Americans managed to survive their 14-hour detox from TikTok. That must have been truly harrowing. Now, I'm not mocking you because I actually went through the exact same plight about 4 days ago. So 4 days ago, my phone broke. That meant that I had no TikTok. I had no Uno mobile. If I was walking down the street and I realized I was walking in the wrong direction, I just had to turn around and walk right against the social flow. So really, in terms of the victim Olympics, I reign supreme. Now, when it comes to replacing my phone, I do things a lot differently to most people, I think, because my days of buying the brand new top of the line phone, those are long gone. The last time I bought the best phone was the Google Pixel 6. And a couple of months later, I lost it in a water ride at a theme park. And you know what? Between you and me, I hope that whichever worker at the Blackpool Pleasure Beach found my phone, I hope that you got more enjoyment and entertainment out of it than I did. And so instead of buying the brand new top-of-the-line phone, what I did was I reached out to my brother and I said, hey bro, have you got any sort of phones that you don't need? And he said, well, I do. But the phone that I do have for you is a phone that my ex-girlfriend stomped on and turned to dust. And I said, give me that phone. Give me that phone right now. And so he did. Here it is. I've actually done some work on it. So I've replaced the screen and I've replaced the charging port. And last night I sat down and I replaced the camera lens on it. So all it needs is a brand new back glass. And then I have a fully functioning iPhone XR. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my approach to technology. I don't buy expensive tech anymore. I buy broken expensive tech and I fix it. Like the iPad that you see me use in videos, when I bought that, it had no power. It was completely non-functioning. So I opened it up and I found out that it was an inductor on the backlight circuit. And I just replaced that and then boom, I saved well over £100 and I've got a functioning iPad. Also, these cameras that I use on the Nostalgia channel when I film old-timey videos, I actually bought 4 non-functioning versions of this camera and I used one zombie one for transplant parts to fix 3. And I probably must have saved £200 doing that. Really, I had this idea back in college. I was doing IT and business. That actually wasn't what I originally signed up for at college. I signed up to do sociology. And then I went through the paperwork and I showed up to the interview. And then the tutor of the sociology course, and this is verbatim as well, he turned to me and said, I don't think that you're smart enough to do this course. There's something beautiful in the fact that the tutor of the sociology course lacks the social skills to break the news to me that I'm not smart enough without insulting me. So anyway, instead of doing sociology, I signed up to do IT and business. And during the IT course, there was a really good assignment, which was called maintaining hardware. And that assignment, it just taught you the basics of repairing computers and technology. And since that day, I have just, every time something breaks, I do my damnedest to fix it. I think it's that male urge to fix things, the male urge to buy new tools and put up shelves. I've got that, but for me, it's technology. However, it is not all sunshine and rainbows. Like, if I'm fixing something for somebody else, then it is sunshine and rainbows. I will fix it and make sure that it looks brand new, pristine condition, not even a fingerprint on it. However, if I'm fixing it for me, look at me. I'm ragtag and scuffed. It's fine if things have a little bit of scuff around the edges. So for example, the phone I'd been using before it broke, it had a hairline crack in the screen. But you couldn't really see it when you were using the phone, and you couldn't feel it. And so I made the sacrifice of not replacing the screen when I fixed the phone, because I would rather keep the £30 that it would cost for the screen replacement and have the functioning phone. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that I'm going to bother replacing the back glass on this phone. I think I will simply put it in a case, because the case is going to cost me the same amount that the back glass would, but it will only take me 10 seconds to put it in the case. Whereas replacing the back glass would take me like 20 minutes of slowly picking apart tiny pieces of broken glass and hoping that they don't go in my eye. So I'm happy to just put it in a case. So now the obvious question that everyone is thinking is, why didn't I just fix the phone that I originally had? And the answer there is that I did fix this phone. I mean, I bought it broken and I fixed it then. But 2 more times while I've had it open and I fixed it. There was once I had to replace the charging port. That was my own fault. I broke that. Towards the end, there was no point in trying to fix it. It was the battery that gave in. And between you and me, if I was to go buy a battery that would not explode in my face, it would set me back significantly for that phone, so there is no point in me replacing it. Financially, there is no point. Now, you can take this as an admission of me being poor if you wish, and I don't mind. I'll run with that. Yes, I am. But it's not just that. It's the other things too. It's the fact that I can't be trusted with a new phone. I am poor. I grant you both of those points. But also, we need to have a sober conversation about the price of a brand new iPhone. The new iPhone, I think it's £800. And the improvement between that phone and this phone, the difference is they've got a slightly better camera, which I'm fine. I love a good camera, right? It has a new chipset. Ooh. And then also it has a better battery life. So if the trade-off that I'm making is a slightly worse camera, a slightly worse battery, and a slightly older chipset, but I get to keep £750, deal. You got a deal. And then I could make up some absolute rhubarb argument about me saving the environment and stopping phones from going to waste. And if that's what it takes to convince you, I'll throw that one at you too. But in the meantime, I'm happy to not rock with a brand new phone or a brand new computer or a brand new iPad. Unless somebody buys a brand new iPhone and they break it and then it ends up in my hands, and then I'm really quids in.